What's going on, guys? What's happening? Yes, it is a dressing gown evening. What's going on, Scott? Welcome, mate. Blue Tomatoes, you what's up, guys? Haven't read the announcement yet, so I'm curious. I haven't read the announcement either. And, I'm not going to kind of read through every single bit, so to speak, but I'm definitely going to bring it up and go through some of the key points. So if anybody has read the announcement, then what do you think? Is it a W? Is it an L? Who's it worked out for the better, and who is truly and wellly, not that that's a word, in the gutter, in the shit, We'll see. But yeah, it's a dressing gown evening. I had a really interesting day actually, which I'll tell you guys about in a little while. But yeah, what we saying on this announcement then? Decent or dog shit? I hope this isn't one of those ones where it's got links all over the place, so you have to literally open up 10 different fucking pages to work out what the hell's going on with this. But it'd be interesting. Yeah, we're going to go through this, initial thoughts, etc. And then I've got some lineup building to do because I haven't built any lineups. And obviously the deadline is tomorrow and I'm busy with work tomorrow. So I need to set some lineups. So I need some help with that. Tonight, what's going on? Well, first off, let's go with what's going on right now. Okay. So I had two lineups for this weekend, this game week, and it's this one here. So not too bad. Kai Wagner, all right, with the old captain's armband here. So he's on a 96er, nearly 97. Rossi, he hasn't really got going, has he? This season at the moment. So only a few game weeks in, obviously, but it's not been amazing for him. And then I've got the Nashville-Miami game tonight, so a mix there. I don't know what I'm hoping for. If Messi plays, probably Joe Willis is literally just going to get fucking battered from post to post, but we'll see. You never know. Definitely not going to keep a clean sheet. Don't even know if Lovitz is going to play, but they're predicting me 52nd. I need to finish in like the top 10 to get anything decent, but who knows. But then this was the other one. Very annoying. Steve Clark conceded late here, but that could have been like an 88 pointer. But Carlos Hill didn't play. So I'm pretty sure this, fucked a few people over, to be honest. But he had the captain's armband on. I was looking forward to this because I do think that Benfica, and I'll keep an eye on this throughout the kind of evening, but I do think Benfica batter. Oh, it says live, but on here it's not kicked off. But I do think that they batter Rangers, so it'd be interesting to keep up to date as to where we get on with that. But obviously, I'm probably not going to get a reward, right? So that's where we are with the game week. What about you guys? Have you had any luck this game week? You waiting on any kind of decisive tonight to get in the podium spots or the rewards? Let me know in the chat. But yeah, that's where we are for that. So this announcement then, let's just get straight into this because I said I need to build lineups and that. And I know that it's not going to affect lineups for this game week. But what's going on, Jack? Welcome, mate. Welcome. What's your thoughts on the announcement? I haven't read it, so I'm not going to read it for word, but just going to gauge from it, and I'll probably read it in depth tomorrow. But transition competition structure. So let me just zoom in a little bit because I don't know how big it is on the screen, right? So we know about this. The 20 March to August is what we're going to be talking about, March 29th. We know that All-Star's still around. We know that Cap 240 and Cap 270. Haven't seen it. Yeah, not got long. Just building lineups. Cool. All right, they're just regurgitating loads of stuff that we've already spoke about here, right? So I'm just going to skip over this. We know the card cycle loop. Below is a comprehensive list of the prize pools, cross scarcities, and divisions. Be live in force, which is the 29th, so we know that already. Yeah, we can plan. Thanks a lot. Please note the prize pools are legacy. Yep, no one cares. unchanged during the transition period, except for one modification in the Global All-Star. Cash rewards outside of podiums will be reallocated in alignment with our new... Okay, so that might... So what is it? Normally top 50 spots? I probably got that totally wrong, but you can get some cash at the moment. By the looks of that, they're removing it in All-Star. Interesting. Reallocating it somewhere else. Okay, so maybe I don't prioritize All-Star as much because that's what I was kind of hunting, but fair enough. As always, we'll be monitoring our data and feedback. Yep. Here's the prize pools for in-season and classic season, rare champions and rare contenders competitions. Okay, so where is challengers then? Is challengers the same as contenders then? All right, so this is in season. So the top prize in terms of cash that you can win is $2,200. All right. Thoughts on that? So this is obviously one game week. 250 quid if you win Division 4. I'm going to be interested to see how you submit personally. It's probably still a little bit... Is that a bit better? How you submit lineups. This is what I was thinking. If you've got 3 lineups, which I'm going to have, so we'll run through that as well. But if I've got 3 lineups, do I choose if I enter them in Division 1, 2, and 3 and 4? Be interesting to work that out. Prize pools rare in season for contenders. So obviously there's a big jump between champions and contenders there. The top prize of that for Division 1 is $1,000. So, you know, more than half of that. You can still, in Division 2, I'm assuming that's where I would play most. I mean, not in terms of champions, but in terms of challengers. I'm assuming I'm definitely going to have a lineup in there. So they pay down all the way to 90 in that one, all the way down to 120 in contenders, which is all right. It's not too bad, I don't think. Even in Division 3, you can get to $25. Again, it's not amazing, right? But I was expecting that to be a little bit shorter and these to be a little bit higher. Okay, classic. I mean, that's where it kind of matters to me at the moment, right? So classic rare champions, a star plus, so only cash on the podium in Division 1, nowhere else. Only 1 star available in Division 2 and Division 3. Why is this not feel like it's not blowing up a little bit? Right, that's better. So you get elite boxes in Division 1 if you finish in obviously different percentages. You get premium boxes. So a premium box contains stars to tier 5 rare cards. So the top 12 to 25% gets 1. I mean, they're going to be quite fun, aren't they, to open? But only 1 star in Division 2, and that's in champions as well. So I'm assuming it's the same for contenders. It looks like the actual... All right, there's an upgrade there to a star in contenders. It looks very, very similar across the board in terms of the structures a little bit. Okay. Where's contenders, though? Sorry, where's challengers? Is challengers not on here? You can find... Oh, here we go. That's what I said. They're going to send you all over the place, aren't they? So you can find all other new prize pools in this blog. So let's have a look. Prize pools reveal. Okay. Below is a list of prize pools in season limited. All right. Again, I know selfishly, I'm not going to read all of this. I'm just going to go down to what kind of matters to me, to be honest. So this is... What is this? Is this in season? Yeah, it's in season. So that don't matter to me. Although saying that, what is the top prize? Yeah, it's the same. 2,000. ZM Star, Parrot. What's going on, mate? Evening to anybody else who has joined since the kickoff. Just going through this. I haven't read it, so I'm skim reading, just having a look at some of the images. Obviously, they're sending us all over the place. I'm currently on two different pages because it sent me somewhere else. So just look, challengers. Okay, so in-season challengers is just cash. There's no cards. There's no card rewards at all in Challengers in season. That is interesting. I would have thought that at the podium you got a card. So this is just straight up cash. So you don't win. So you don't win cards if you're playing in season with in season cards. You are strictly paying for cash. So there's no. That's weird. Is that not weird? Anyone else think that's weird, or is it just me? I would have thought there'd have been some cards in there. In the in-season Prem at the moment, again, I haven't looked at it because it doesn't kind of mean anything to me, right? But do you not win cards then there either? So super rare. Yeah, just cash for in-season. Okay. I don't know if I like that. Champions in-season super rare. Obviously, that's gone up a little bit. Cash only in the Prem. Okay, that's gone up a little bit. I don't know. I know I've just said it a few times. Classic wins new cards wins cash. Yeah, but I just thought that they would have at least put like a star for finishing first. If you finish first in season, not challenge. Yeah, let's go champions. You finish first. Yeah, it's $2,000. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna lap up $2,000. But a cheeky little card wouldn't be amiss, you know. But anyway, so super rare. As we know about cash. Yeah, it would have been good to put a card or even then boxes. Yeah, exactly. Just a box, like in a whatever they called the top one, elite or premium, whatever the fuck it was. A box would have been nice, something to open for winning. Could you show limited ones, please? All right, yeah, I'll fly back up. So this is the in-season. So let's go with this is champions, right? I mean that's nice for a Division 1 limited, but because of obviously the price point, that's going to be so hard to get, I think. I did start, and I'll probably do a video on it, but I'll talk about it tonight as well. I did start a little limited collection the other day, and then just bottled it and sold it straight away. But I'll talk about that in a little while. But that limited is not, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So that's the champions. Then we've got the in-season Premier League. So it's near enough the setup as the Premier League, really. Maybe just a little bit less here and there. Is the in-season Premier League, does that run through? It does, doesn't it, to the end of the season? And you've got challenges in there as well. So obviously a little bit less. And I'm assuming contenders is going to be a little bit less than that, which it kind of is. So they are giving those that hierarchy, obviously, of contenders kind of at the bottom. Challengers like a mid-table thing, and then champions at the top. All right. So we spoke about rare. Let's have a look at classic then. Scroll through. Unique, yeah. In season, five grand. Nice. Real nice. Am I ever going to get to uniques? Probably not. Sweet. Let's move on. We have the right to tweaks. Of course you do, so rare. Of course you do. Classic, limited for the classic. So this is predominantly cards, but you get some cash in. See, this is what I was expecting to see the reverse of. So for Division 1 in season, you win the cash, but then get a card. So why in classic do you get a card plus cash? It just seems a little bit strange. Mbappe in season is 350 euros. So very fair in my opinion. Okay, yeah, I'm well out of the loop with limited prices, mate. So I don't know. And you get the boxes as well. I mean, hopefully we have more cash from August when 240 and All-Star fade. That's very true. When All-Star goes, where does all of that sort of stuff go? This is only the transition period. Good point, Jack. I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? Keep me in check. Yeah, maybe they go over to in season as well, because looking at this, I mean, let me fly down to rare so I can just compare it. Top cash prize is still more than star plus cash. Yeah. Well, so looking at here, you get a card, the potential of winning cash. I know it's only in Division 1, right? But you get a card and those boxes. So that's your Premier Leagues, and this is your Challengers. So this is where I'm going to be playing rare classic Challengers. I'd have expected to see another star in Division 2. One in Division 3 is fair, and 0 in Division 4 is fair, I think. But I'd expect to see another one. The boxes are going to be really interesting. How they're going to, distribute cards in there. I mean, do you think that when All Star goes away, I suppose this is transition, so they're going to be doing that anyway. So I wonder if anybody's done the maths at the moment, whether they're going to be distributing more cards or less cards than they do now. I'm assuming that that's less. However, if they're giving out more cash, I wonder how that balances to what they're giving out today to what they're going to give out in the future. They did say they can also increase prizes as more people join, so let's hope they stick to that. I think they've been hiding behind that for a long, long time though, haven't they? They've been saying, oh, when more people join and when this happens and when there's a boom and whatever. PSU is definitely doing the math now. I'm not disappointed with this, I don't think. It's just going to be interesting as I said, how you actually... Rangers are 1-0 up. Weren't expecting that. Fair play. Fair play, Rangers. Contenders, you got your star, and then obviously you're just a little bit less cash. You still got your boxes in there. Super rares in there, which I'm not really that interested in. So that's just a breakdown. All right, so let's get back to the main article then, because I'm interested to how you actually submit your teams into which division. So tiering adjustments. We would also like to share some adjustments relating to the tiering of our card rewards. Okay, so they're sorting out prize pools a little bit, I think. These changes aim to bring more balanced and thrilling rewards distribution across competitions. Tier adjustment for league-specific pools. We're changing the tiers. It's only possible during the transition. I'm expanded to. All right. Here's the new tier breakdown. So league-specific competition tiering. So obviously the top 3 leagues that they're doing this for, or is it 4? Before a star. So what does this mean again? They're introduced to. Okay. All right. So that seems like a decent increase in better cards. Makes sense. Decrease in worse cards. Some of the tier rewards. These changes aim to bring more balance for the rewards. We're changing the tiers percentage for our league specific. This probably applies to. All right. Okay. So the top 5% of players from those are truly stars. But then why not just... They're called stars anyway. So why not just have them as stars? Also, this acknowledgement the unique competition nature. For instance, keeping 2% for star would restrict the number of players available for star rewards, preventing Sorare from regularly rewarding top quality cards. All right. Please note that our tiering percentages for all... All right, they remain unchanged. Fine. For unique pools. Additionally, we're streamlining unique pools by reducing the number of tiers. All right. That's unique. New unique tier examples. Listen, I'll care about that when I get to it, if I ever get to it. Let's take a look at the new exciting division structure. So this is what I'm interested in, right? So managers now have a clearly defined path for progression, experiencing the highs and lows of promotion and relegation. Climbing the ladder will unlock access to better rewards and, of course, manager prestige. Oh yeah, because everyone cares about that. This provides an excellent chance for managers to demonstrate their skills by tactically leading their teams to the top. Okay. During the transition phase, the division structure will be available for the following in-season and classic season competitions: Premier League champions, challengers, and contenders. How it will work: in each competition and for each scarcity, you'll be able to put 3 teams in, basically. At the end of each game week, each of your teams can get promoted or relegated or stay in the same division and win rewards independently from each other. Please note that during the transition phase, not submitting a lineup won't lead to relegation. Okay, so that was one thing that everybody was talking about was, oh, just don't put a lineup in and then don't get relegated and take advantage of a lower division. However, a team invalidated team. All right. Probably reading that wrong, but that seems like a bit of a mistake now. Due to a card listing to be relegated. All right. On the 29th, your first team will be placed in a division based on your gallery strength for the specific competition. In this case, gallery strength is determined by the quality of the cards you own that are eligible for the competition. A Premier League star card contributes more to your Premier League gallery strength. So the more stars you've got, the more tier ones you've got. So, right. So for my gallery, for example, for challenges, so I can't remember, but Ricky Puig might be a star, I'm assuming. Pansil was probably a star or at least a tier one. Rossi's probably a star. Wagner's probably tier one. Insigne, he's probably fell down a little bit more. And obviously down here we've got Carlos Hill as a star. Hector Herrera is probably a star. So one of my lineups is probably going to be, at least the first one is going to be D1, I would have thought. They mean if you aren't playing the game week, you aren't getting relegated. If you play and sell a card, you'll get relegated. They want to stay. Not playing doesn't relegate you. If you play worse or sell your cards, you get relegated. All right. I suppose then, because if you sell a star, is your gallery worthless, or is this just for the first bit and that doesn't matter? Anyway, if you submit a second team, it will compete in the division directly below the first one. If you submit a third one, it will compete in the lowest existing division, providing the thrill from starting from the bottom. So imagine I submit Carlos, like say I've got a team of, I don't know, Steve Clark in goal, Kai Wagner, Carlos Hill, Ricky Puig and Pansil. I'm assuming they're going to put that in Division 1, which means the second team that I enter of, I don't know, who have I even got? Hector Herrera, Rossi, Joe Willis, someone else and someone else. That's going to be in D2. And then what they set up here is that if you put a third team in, that starts at the bottom. Well, my third team could still be like pretty decent, right? Angel Di Maria, Otamendi, Jordi Alba, Rafa Silva, and a goalkeeper. That's still the equivalent of a D1 lineup for me. So does that mean that I'll have one in D1, one in D2, and then one in D4? That means D4 is going to be stronger than what everybody's thinking, no? What's happening, Daniel? Welcome, mate. Have I just got that totally wrong? So let's just do this a minute, right? Let's just go to, probably this isn't set up right already for the 29th. 29th. They've got All-Star Rare. Oh, they have they? No, they've just removed it, right? But let's just do it from a cap mode. So imagine I put in a Steve Clark, a Kai Wagner, Ricky Puig, Pansil, and a Jordi Alba, right? So let's call that a D1 lineup. Cap 240. I mean, that looks pretty strong. I could probably make that a little bit stronger, but he's going to be out of that. He moves out of challenges. I don't think he plays. So let's put let's put Sorare in there. So that would mean that's going into Division 2. And then so my worst team is going to be Stefan Fryer, Otamendi, Di Maria, Rafa, and Rossi. So that team there is going to go into D4 potentially. Seeing how they actually deem, you know, the stars and the quality of that team as to whether this goes in D1 and my D1 goes in D4. That's fucking mental, no? I thought, right, well, let's read on. But I thought that you could, depending on the strength of your gallery, you'd be entering more lineups higher in divisions than one in the lower division. But maybe this is just the first one, and then later on down the line, it's like, you know, you get promoted, etc., and whatever. And D4 is just really high quality for a couple of game weeks until the shit gets sorted out, right? So yeah, if you submit a second team, it will compete in directly below the first one. For example, if your first limited team is assigned to D2 and you create 2 additional teams, yeah, all right. So that makes sense. Here's a breakdown of limited. So let's just go to rare again, because just that's what I'm concerned of. So the fifth. So if you finish in the bottom 50% of Division 1, you get relegated to Division 2. Finishing, and that's 30-30. All right. Finishing in the top 50, you go up straight away. In the bottom 20, bottom 50, in the top 20, you get promoted there. All right, seems okay. That's fine. I wonder how many people are going to be in each division. That's going to be really, really interesting when that happens. Our model has been designed so that after a few game weeks into the promotion and relegation, the majority of the lineups will be in the middle divisions, with fewer lineups in the highest and lowest division. Okay, so might just be what I've just been talking about. Advancing through divisions will not only unlock access to better card and cash rewards, but also access to better reward boxes. So eventually, those lineups that I've just put together. Oh, I didn't save one. Shit. So were they? I can have more than one lineup in a division. Is that right? Have I read that right? So all 3 of them could be competing in Division 2 at a given game week, because they're individual teams. But then when I come to set the lineups for that week, will this have like a challengers rare D1 and then I choose where I put them? Closer look into the reward boxes. Our reward box competition was significant because there's reward boxes in the prize pool is a brilliant blah 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 load of bollocks. During the will be available. Yeah, we've seen that. So you're just explaining the pictures. Okay, you're just explaining the pictures. It's a percentage. Reminder of the higher division, the greater quality of the boxes, of course. Please note, yeah, whatever. Boring. Take a look at the different boxes in our. Here we go. There's another link. This is the 3rd one of the evening. Prize pools to reveal. Okay, so that's just telling you that whatever. With approximately 25% of lineups receiving boxes through classic competitions each week, the depth of your gallery could be key to unlocking fantastic prizes. Every type of card from all different tiers can be instrumental in securing you with a rule box. Okay. There's a lot of unnecessary text in this, I think. Unleashing special weeklies. So this is another big discussion point that people have been on about. Unleashing special weeklies. The introduction of the new gameplay means special weekly competitions now play a bigger role in delivering innovative game formats, adding variety to gameplay and creating additional opportunities to win exciting prizes. To that end, we'll run more frequent special weeklies to keep the game fresh and keep managers on their A game instead of 2 to 3 months competitions. Celebrating America and Asia. Okay, we are going to bring substantial rewards to some of our most engaging special weeklies. Be on the lookout for the MLS Masters special. That'd be interesting, since I've got MLS cards. Following the model of the Premier League Winter Special, it will feature a whopping 150k in total. So is that combined, or was that just... No, it's probably MLS, isn't it? Consider MLS in the title. A whopping 150k in prizes across 3 game weeks, and will start on the 22nd. Interesting. a week before the transition kind of starts into the new one. Here are a few additional about this competition. Entry requirements are slightly more lenient than in season competition. Following the Premier League went two classic. Okay, so you've got to have in season cards to compete in that. So I might have to. Hopefully, I can win a few before we get there. So it runs over 3 game weeks. The competition will have a 280 points cap. Interesting. Rare is going to be 60k up for grabs, so 20k each game week. Don't worry, as cash will also be coming to much like other leagues. All right, and they've got a K League one as well. All right, well, let's just see when that drops as to what all that's about. More to come. The fun does not end there. Why put things like that in? We are also excited to expand on a set of special competitions with various card requirements delivering wider ranges of prizes, including cards, jerseys, merchandise, and real-world experiences, which I done today, not through Sorare, but through something that I booked, and I'll talk about that in a minute. Rest assured that we will focus on some of the competitions to ensure gaming. All right. As an example, we can anticipate us celebrating the midweek European and Latin America regional competitions in April and special weekly formats featuring exciting rewards and special rules. Special rules is going to be fun. You know, it'd be like, I don't know, all players that have got to be over the age of 34 or something like that. But then you are going to have a spike and then you're going to lose value and things like that. But it's up to you. You understand the risk and what the rewards are, right? But things like that would be quite cool. That's not all. Wow, that's not all. Here we go again. I'm so excited. We've been listening to manager ideas and working diligently to create engaging, dynamic, and rewarding special weeklies for you to show off your skills and take on new challenges. If you enjoyed the specialist jersey lover, get ready to be surprised with more enjoyable and entertaining things. Blah, blah, blah. We are particularly excited with new equipment and formats of rivals such as, yep, okay. Oh. So they're bringing potentially rivals tactics to pro games in the special weeklies. That'd be interesting. See how that works. For any special weekly competition, the prizes will be announced approximately 2 weeks before the first game week. Yeah, I think that's important because people need to decide if they're actually going to want to go ahead and play the game week or they're just going to fuck off that competition, basically. We are gradually expanding our special weeklies. What the competitions are still in place, covering all the competitions. Special weekly. Okay, so special weeklies are coming. What else can I expect? Coin rewards. Coin rewards distribution will be revisited ahead of the transition phase. We will share more about our plans. Okay, does that mean good or bad? Interesting. New common card format. As mentioned, we are making changes to the amateur and kickoff format to improve guiding new managers early on, helping them feel like they are learning and making progress. The biggest change is merging of draft and blah, blah, blah. Instead of managers will directly create their team from all players in the corresponding with no cap restrictions. Okay. All right, so they're just revamping the way that they do their common format. Fine. As an integral part of the pro game, relegation and promotion will play a key role. They're bringing that to there as well. Okay. All reward boxes. All right, so another mode where you can earn some stuff, whatever. Cards availability before the start of the season. We acknowledge your concerns about the cards potentially not being available when the new season starts. And I'm not reading this for word. I'm just, you know. Sorry. And we want to emphasize that we are diligently working to ensure that cards are ready for when the season begins. So the MLS has obviously just come a little bit. What's going on, Kennedy? Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Are you okay? So they're just going to have to create the cards with old pictures or until media day, until they get the new ones, and then just bulk mass update, right? They're just going to have to do that. Otherwise, how else are they going to do that? It's going to be interesting. Yeah, definitely be a good marketing push. Just be interested to see what they do with it. I'm assuming they're not going to like release. Some people have been saying that they'll release all cards at the same time. I don't think that they're going to do that. I think that they're just going to make them available and then drip feed through auctions like they've been doing with the other cards. But they won't have the photos on there. They'll have last season's ones on the new season cards until they get it, and then up. That's how I think they'll do it. But revamped lobby. Okay, so the UI is changing in this. I haven't looked at this. Huge thank you for blah blah. So it still doesn't answer my question, and maybe somebody knows the answer to this. The lineups that I built here, I know I didn't save the last one, but they could all compete in the same division. That's right, yeah? So these all could be Division 2. I've just clicked off it. My dick. Or does the lack of response mean no one knows? Prize pools revealed. Let's just go back to this divisions thing. So that's tiering adjustments. Yeah. Yeah, they're just making sure that people are in the right tiers. It kind of makes sense. Division structure. Let's just read this again. How it will work. In each competition, you'll be able to create 3 teams. All right. Created 3 teams. Theoretically, yes, if I understood correct, and you think so as well, Jack. So that means, and I suppose that does make sense, because they're encouraging you to buy the best players to compete for the best rewards, which means competing in the toughest division. So yeah, if you've got the Carlos Hills, the Lucha Acostas, the Hector Herrera's, I know I'm talking to MLS at the moment just because that's where my gallery is. It kind of makes sense. From the last update, it sounded like you could have 3 teams in Division 1. Yeah, I think it might sound simple to other people, but it just took me a little while to get there. I think that's possible. Probably the way that they worded it a little bit. What's going to be interesting, though, is to how you submit them. So on Game Week 1 or whatever, it's going to be on strength of your gallery. But then after that, does it continue to be on the strength of your gallery until you sell those cards? Or are you going to be able to go into lineup builder and then say, oh, this is what I want my D1 team to be? Because they're not going to work that out for you, are they? You have to be able to submit that. It makes sense. And then they just kind of miss that part out. I mean, overall, prizes look okay. Adjusting the tiers makes sense. This makes sense to me. There's nothing out there that's a massive curveball. So overall, it's all right. I'm looking forward to reward boxes. I think after the first game week, it's depending on your performance into which div. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take a few, right? So, you know, if you're averaging out, like exactly what they said, people are probably going to end up in the middle until things actually progress a little bit more. So it'll probably take, I don't know, 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks to get people in the right division, I think. Yeah, am I missing anything in here? Are we missing any big news that I kind of haven't talked about or I've skimmed over too quickly? I think it's all right. It's all right. I mean, I'll read it like word for word tomorrow when I've got a little bit of time. Do you know what? I hope Benfica lose just because of that. Yeah, it should take a few game weeks on the hand. Who decides which division is right for you personally? What else is going on? Ajax and Villa 0-0. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, Bayer Leverkusen, Karabag. Did they not have them in their group? Roma smashed Brighton. I didn't see that either. That is interesting. What else has gone on? Union Fenerbahce winning. Sorry. Marseille beating Villarreal 3-0. Freiburg and this is interesting. Would have expected Villa to maybe a little 1-0, a little 2-0 or something like that away from home. Interesting. This is an interesting one. Surely he's going to go. He's going to have to go big, isn't he, in the home fixture? And then Roma smashing Brighton. Brighton are one of those teams where 1 minute they're literally smashing everybody, and then they just go on a run or they just lose like a big score by a big score. So it's a very weird team. Consistency is just 100% not there. And then you got USG. Hopefully they win. I mean, I still own Machida in it anyway as a super. I'm trying to sell him. If anyone fancies him, send me a little cheeky offer. But yeah, it'd be good if they can get through. Not from a utility, just because I've been following them all season. Bert's coming off the bench and doing the business for me. Nice. What did he score? Obviously, he probably had a decisive, right? Yeah. Oh, he just scored. Nice. Palacios back in there as well. I'd have expected. I'm sure they beat these in the group games. Very interesting. Yeah. So overall, W or L, lads, for this. I know there's going to be a few videos talking about this. Probably Nepa do one. I think that the Sorare Data Boys done one earlier, which I'll catch up on tomorrow. I think Quinny and Harry are doing one tonight. So see what they say as well. They'll probably be in a bit more depth than what I've just been. And I probably read it earlier today, so they've actually been able to think about it. But yeah, let's talk a little bit of history of what's been going on in my gallery for the last couple of weeks. So, can't remember where we left off, but in my last video, did I tell you about the Benfica boys that I bought? If not, I bought some Benfica boys. I bought Stefan Fry. I think I put that in the video. If not, I will put that in the new video. Sold a few players to Pug Trader. Now, I think I uploaded maybe 10 days ago or something. So, yeah, I sent these guys. Won him as a reward, which was quite nice because it was Benfica player as well in season one. And I do think that he's a decent player, but it's just Teddy gone. Yeah, I know. It's a shame that Teddy went because I built up so much XP on him. He won me a lot. You know, I'll put this out on Twitter as well. If we just go to, how can I see how much he won me? Sorry, tears. Sorry, I don't know if you can, if I don't own him. But yeah, he won me a lot. Part of the team that won me the Bellingham. Yeah, he done really well for me. Yielded me a lot of ETH as well, like 0.6 something. I paid a lot of money for him as well, but he definitely earned it back. But I'm not going to be playing champion, so what's the point? What's the point of keeping him? Anybody that's in a different division, not division, competition, whatever we're calling it, it's just no point. How did he get on the weekend as well? Oh, not great. I would have played him in that game as well. Seems reasonable, yeah. And then, but yeah, this guy's still unpredictable as well because he plays in different positions: left back, right mid, left attacking mid. He had a nice little spell at right back here, centre mid. He's almost like a John O'Shea, isn't he? Just fucking plays where anybody puts him. But I did win him and I did sell him as well. And I sold Mertens, who done pretty well for me when he was in the gallery. But this is what I went ahead and bought. Now, if we check this, right? So the limited cards, I'm predicting Sporting Kansas City do okay this year. So let's just take a look at in the last week. Is it the last month? There I am. Look at that. That's fucking mad, isn't it? So these are all the one-offs, by the way. 1 out of 1,000. I paid something like 10 times, maybe even more than that. No, it's pretty much 10 times the price. And I thought, I'm just going to do it. And I don't care how much it costs because there's going to be some in-season ones that come out. Well, if you think that's crazy, so that's Johnny Russell, the one of. This is, let me go over to, this is Solai, although he's creeping up a little bit here. That was me. This is Eric Tommy. There we go. That's me. So again, another 10 times the price. And then we've got Fontas in there as well. Again, all the one-offs. And there's me. How's that getting on? Yeah, I was just bidding, and it was between me and another guy basically that wanted these cards, and I just kept bidding. I just thought, oh, this is what I'm going to do with a little bit of spare ETH, a little bit of change that I had left over. I'm just going to build a limited team, enter it in, and try and win some cash back, right? Because I think that they're going to have a really, really good season. Now, even the start of the season, so they've had two really tough games against Houston and against Philadelphia as well, both 1-1 draws. So they've got a nice little run up coming. Not obviously LA, the home fixture against Earthquakes, Toronto. Who knows what that's going to be? But the Portland game, the St. Louis game, the Minnesota game, the Salt Lake game, got a decent little run. So I'm expecting some more okay things from this team. But then when I looked at it, I spent something like 0.05 on these guys, right? And I don't even know whether the keeper's out there at the moment. I don't know if Melly has actually been released, but it wasn't when I was trying to buy these. And then I messaged the guy that was competing with me, and he was like, I do the Play Sharper predictions for them. I'm a massive fan. I'm trying to get the one-of collections for the limited. He was willing to obviously spend what I was willing to spend as well. So I said, and by the way, I bought these with cash. So I said, well, if you give me the equivalent in ETH, well, you can have them. Because then I was thinking maybe I just done the wrong thing here. Maybe I did overspend a little bit. I'm probably looking at these graphs. I did overspend a little bit because the next one went for 0.002. What is this in terms of cash? Because that's what I paid. So I spent £32 on him. The next one went for 6, which is mad. I mean, Tommy, I spent... What did I spend on him? £24 on him. The next one went for £7.85. It is mad. But it's the one-offs, right? And people want these collections. So he decided to send me the ETH. So I probably lost about 20 quid. But I would have lost that if I was to upload the cash, convert it to ETH and blah, 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 and do all that. So really, I just used the guy as a cash to ETH converter. And I was fine with that. And then what I was able to do was, I don't know if that was my very next purchase. I bought Ricky Puig. Don't know, however you spell his name. I bought him because I needed another big midfielder and big brain move. I needed another big midfielder, and alongside Pencil, this guy is going to be fucking ridiculous. That connection that he's going to have with Pencil is going to be mental, I think, personally, for LA Galaxy this year. I think the two games that they've already played together, Pencil had a 70, Puig had a 78, and then in this one, Pencil had a 56, and this is all AA as well. We know that Pencil has great AA game, and then Puig had a 77 as well. I think it's going to be my new favourite kind of lineup. I'll play those two alongside a Hill or alongside a Hector Herrera as my extra in there. So I wanted him in. I don't know what his price has done since. It'd be interesting to see, because I couldn't get him for a price that I wanted back then. But it looks like it's an all right price. An old season card going for just over what I've paid for it. So yeah, I don't mind that at all. And I'm really looking forward to watching him. Whether he goes in January, I don't know. January in the summer when Europe opens, I don't know, but it at least gives me like 3 or 4 months of this guy, and I think that he can give me, yield me some rewards, if not some cash, and get me close to a podium, hopefully. So yeah, Pooch come in. I sent another. I just needed to get that tiny bit of ETH to then get in Melia, and I got him in because Fry's injured for a little while. I just needed another goalkeeper in there so I can get another lineup out. And he nearly paid off straight away. Really nearly paid off straight away. Whether he's going to keep number one, I don't know. Should he be this cheap for a starting goalkeeper at the moment? Who knows as well. He's probably just got 1 season left. But yeah, how long is Fry injured for? I don't know. But he hasn't been seen at training yet. So I'm assuming there's going to be another couple of weeks, to be honest. But we'll see. So yeah, I've got him in. And I'm going to talk to you guys in a little bit as well, because when we do my lineup builder, I might have to buy another goalkeeper, and I might get another old timer in. I might get Guzan in as well for the season. He looks like he's going to be number one. And for that cheap, for like I think he's going for 50 quid. I might just get him in as cover, play him in the home fixtures. But yeah, there we go. That's my gallery up to date. So I'll probably do a video about the limiteds, because I would like to pick up those limiteds, but I probably don't need the one-offs. You know, I'm not going for a full collection. I probably got a little bit excited on the auctions, and you know what it is when you're bidding on an auction and somebody comes in higher than you think, no, fuck that, I'm going to go higher. And then he comes in again and you think, no, I'm going to go again just to piss him off. It's one of those, which is just stupid to do. I know, but I'm pretty sure that we've all been there and we've all done that. But let's talk about my lineups as well at the moment, because I do need some help on this. Let's start a new one. Jack, I'm sure, have you been there, or are you smarter than that? You might be smarter than that. I'm definitely not. But let's build some lineups. So it looks like Unistall's back, which is good. What to prioritize, I have no idea. We've all been there. Yeah, we definitely have, mate. We definitely have all been there. I don't know what the prize pools look like. We've had a lot of people join since I was started to talk about the new announcement. What do you think, guys? Is that a W, an L, or you simply don't give a shit, or it don't affect you? What's your thoughts on it? It'd be interesting to hear. Prize pools, reward pools. So let me zoom out a little bit. I zoomed in, didn't I? Because to see that. So All-Star, we know what All-Star's about. Are probably going to be the number one competition from me to try and get some like in-season Premier League cards and then sell them and make a little bit of money back. So probably All-Star is number one. How to have to look to more detail into, but you think a W? Yeah, I think it's all right. I think it's a small W, small dub. All-Star. So All-Star Rare Plus 240, only the 1 star. What's the America division saying? Are they even in here? Yeah, there you go. How do you see how many people's entered, by the way? Can you not see that anymore? Or am I looking in the wrong place here? I thought you could see. I suppose I'm on prize pools, right? So let's go to. Where am I going? This. My lineups. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. Fine. Why does it start with that? How do I change? All right. Filter. Rare. Apply. Delete all of them. I haven't seen this new UI. It looks all right though. I like the calendar across the top. It's quite nice. So in the America competitions, we've had 931 and they're giving out 175 cards. What's that? 1 in, I don't know, 8? I'll work that out, right? Something like that, maybe less. And then we've got Champion America Rare Plus as well. 244 people in and only 33. So I'm probably going to go All-Star Rare as the priority number 1. Maybe Champion America Rare as priority number 2. Cap 270 could be interesting. Champion America Rare, I might as well use the super rares that I've got for the last couple of weeks. And then maybe it's a Cap 240 super rare one. So, and maybe I might have to buy a goalkeeper. All right, so All-Star Rare. So best goalkeeper out of here. So I am going to ask for people to start throwing some, we've got, what, 27 of us in here, throwing some names out there, guys. Who should be the priority goalkeeper for me this game week? I think Unistall's back, so for me it's probably Unistall. Obviously Fry's out and this guy don't even play, so yeah, Unistall. Let me just see Play Sharper and see what the percentages of him actually playing. Even this throws me a little bit now. So what is it? That's the current game week. That's next game week. Let's have a quick look. Eredivisie, Unistall and Hilgers are both back. Oh, what's going on, Gaza, mate? Is that been like confirmed then, as the manager said that in a press conference or something? By the way, I had an interesting day today. I went for a Tottenham Hotspur stadium tour. They're both training. Perfect. Unistall's got to play. Yeah, for about 90 minutes. I went with my dad. I've been there before. I've had hospitality tickets and stuff like that through my brother's company and whatnot. That stadium is, I know I'm biased. I'm a Spurs fan. I get it. but the stadium is fucking mental, you know. It is mental. I bought myself a nice little souvenir. I got this, a mug, which I thought was quite classy. I'm probably gonna chuck it at the back over there. But yeah, what a stadium it is. What the change rooms as well. The way that these guys get treated is mental. It is mental. Yeah, I didn't make a video of this as well. You don't get the ads if you click in a new tab. Nice. Nice. Right, open a new tab to avoid the ads. There we go. Chuck it. Sounds That's like a plan. Sorare did send me, by the way. I didn't kind of tell anybody. I done a tweet about this or whatever. They sent me a signed Spurs shirt about a month ago, which was really good. Obviously, making content and things like that. Someone reached out and I was like, yeah, I'll lap that shit up. So I'm probably gonna get it. Will you be able to see it there? It's about there. Yeah, in the middle of this wall. I'll get a nice little frame for that. So that'd be nice. Yeah, Unistall's in there. Right, so let's stop procrastinating, whatever the fucking word is. So Unistall goes in. So defenders, we've got Piovi, who is just an absolute machine. He's playing against Santos Laguna, who's having a bit of a rough patch at the moment after losing a couple of their good players. We've got Brennett in there as well. So Gaza, you'll be pleased to know that I didn't play Brennett again, and he scored, didn't he? So that's nice. And then we've got Proper, so it kind of makes sense to pair them together, right? And then it leaves me the strength. Otamendi, that's annoying. Otamendi at home against 15th in the league. Are they actually getting on now, by the way? Are they? They're losing 2-1. Di Maria got his goal. Well, looks like Carlos Hill being benched ain't going to make a difference after all. All right, so who are we putting in here, boys? Brennett is looking good at the minute. Yeah, home fixture against Sparta. How have Sparta been getting on? Are they conceding a lot of goals? Because what am I doing? 20 in here. This is probably going to be the most in depth by doing this on stream. By the way, that I've spent on my lineups this season. This MLS season. Actually talking about players, looking at their stats, looking at what's going on with the league tables. Before that, I was just kind of letting Sorare data to do it and just shifting a few players around, really. But Sparta have conceded 34. So what's that? 1.5 a game. Well, not 1.5, but there or thereabouts. They've scored a few goals as well. Probably makes sense. I might as well just go with him on form. You think? Think Benfica could rest Di Maria this weekend? I hope they don't, but they certainly could. It's probably not going to be on Play Sharper, is it? Because they play tonight. Where am I going? Portugal. Where is Portugal? There it is. How can they have that, by the way? 95% for him to play this weekend. Do you think Carlos Hill will start this weekend, Ahmed? Yeah, 100%. I don't think he was on the bench for an injury. I think he was just being rotated and rested, which means he'll be back this weekend. Yeah, for sure. This guy don't seem to think that Di Maria is going to be out. You know, Otamendi is obviously out because he's suspended, and Rafa plays apparently. But we'll come back to it anyway. So Brennett or Proper, though, for that defender spot, by the way. Go with Brennett. Fuck it. Midfielder. Oh, extended to 2026 as well. Yeah, Brennett. Okay. Midfielder then. So really, choice of 4. Puig. If he plays in here, I'm going to probably put Pansil in there. Asario at home. Heel. Straight in All-Star. I suppose... The thing is with that is, yeah, normally Carlos Hill's straight into All-Star, right? That kind of makes sense. If I put him in there, am I going to put Rafa as my striker? So then does that mean Di Maria comes my extra straight away? Maria is risky. Such a good fixture though, isn't it? Right, well, let's go Carlos Hill because we know that he's going to play, right? We know he's going to be in there. Striker, forward, should I say fucking striker? Um, Rossi? Yeah, Rossi. Just see that come up. So remember, I'm going to be playing America Rare and America All Star as well. Sorry, America Rare Plus and America Rare. So that means that I'll have Pencil and Insignia split. So that's fine. So yeah, maybe Rossi comes in. But bearing in mind that I can't play Rafa in um in the Americas. So who's the extra then? Let's just work it this way and then I'll come back to it. Who's the extra in here? Probably not proper. I mean, you could go with a 20 defensive stack, but I don't think that makes sense. Suppose looking at it, if Di Maria plays every game, so maybe he gets a start. Yeah, he plays a lot. Piovi or Rafa. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever played two forwards in a lineup. I think my extra has always been a defender and a midfielder. Piovi, I wouldn't mind. Well, POV I can use in the Americas, so it's going to have to be Rafa, isn't it? Kennedy says, think Puig and Pencil could smash Nashville. Mukhtar, Surridge, both questions. And Nashville had a game, has a game today as well. Nashville very weak this year, in my opinion. Yeah, it's unfortunate, isn't it? Kennedy on Nashville. When I first started following the MLS, I did really like Nashville, and I had Zimmerman, obviously love it, Willis. I enjoyed watching Mukhtar, but fuck knows what's gone on. They need to get rid of that manager because he's so negative, that guy, Gary Smith. Blue Tomatoes, in my honest opinion, Osario. If you're playing two strikers, they have to get AA, which they both do. You know what? That's probably the best lineup, isn't it? Who's wearing the armband then? Probably has to be Carlos Hill, doesn't it? Just because he takes every set piece going and he's a machine. So that's at least Rafa comes in. Yeah, at least Rafa comes in here and he can play in this competition. Otherwise, I'm not going to utilize him, which means Di Maria might miss out, but we can always come back to it, right? So that's my all star. That's going to be my best team. Always Hill unless Messi. Yeah. That's my best team then. That's what we're saying. So Brenner, are we sure on Big Josh at the back? So Alba, probably not. So it would be these three. Which probably means that if I don't put Proper in this lineup, he doesn't play either. But it's probably Brennett, right? He's got the more upside because he's so attacking at the moment. He's got a better chance of getting an assist or scoring. Yeah, exactly. All right, saved. All right, next, let's go with thing is, I could play All Star. I don't know what my no. Let's just stick with rares at the moment. Champion American Rare. Right, goalkeeper. With the cap in MLS, it's so difficult to build a side and maintain success over multi-year stretch. LAFC turns over their roster every other year. It seems to stay successful regarding Nashville. Nashville, I mean, the MLS is exciting because of that, right? 1 minute the team's dog shit, the next minute it's the best in the league because of the amount of rotation. All of a sudden, people are investing in. I mean, look at Miami a couple of years ago. They were pretty much the worst team in the MLS. Now they've gone to the best within a couple of years. Obviously, they've signed Messi and stuff, so that helps. But you know what I mean. And this is where I don't know if I need another goalkeeper, but we'll play it as what it is. What it because Willis at home against LA Galaxy, I think Galaxy smashed the shit out of them. Amelia away at LAFC. I mean, even if Fry was fit, like he's away against Philadelphia. So, who's the best goalkeeper? I'll just go out and buy one. But then who would I buy? I'd probably buy a Sean Johnson if it's going to be a it's going to be one. You can see the City group splurging on NYFC. They need to do something though. They genuinely need to do something. Otherwise, they're just going to be left in the traps. I think. 144 quid for a Sean Johnson at home against Charlotte. And I don't mind getting Sean Johnson in. The other one that I spoke about earlier was just Brett Guzan. Just come in and fill a hole. I mean, for 60 quid, who is he even playing? At home against New England. Is that just a dumb move? But for 50 quid? Or am I just thinking because of rare prices are obviously so much less than what they were? I don't I don't think I want a challenger goalkeeper. I don't know. Let's just plan it with what I've got and go from there. It's probably going to have to be Joe Willis, isn't it? Because he's at home and just play with a home fixture and see what happens. After that, who's the defender in here then for Champ American Rare? Kai Wagner against Seattle. Jordi Alba, will he play? I suppose it depends if he starts tonight. Is he going to play? POV. Remember, I could play him in America Rare Plus, but Kai Wagner's might be benched. I doubt it. Surely not. All right, guys, let's put him in. Wagner isn't 100% to play. Rotation possible. Interesting. POV comes in there then. So this is where I'm going to have to go with Osario and Insigne, isn't it? Because I don't want Willis in goal with that. If I'm going to put Puig and Pencil. So Osario and Insigne or Puig and Pencil. Makes sense with Osario and Insigne. But I just look at that and I just don't think it's all that. I mean, I could play All-Star. No, I don't know. I don't know. On that basis, I've got to go with that. And then an extra in there. Which would not be him. Either Kai Wagner or Jordi Alba as an extra. Again, if you're saying that, what does Play Sharper say on this fellow? I like the old opening a new tab and there's no thing. He's only 60%. Seattle update. See, Fry's ruled out and João Paulo as well. Why is Blaking? Philadelphia. Anything about Wagner in here? Probably it's just rotation because he started midweek, right? So maybe if he's going to be rotated, it's Jordi Alba. But then Jordi Alba could be rotated. But this is a bit of a shit lineup, isn't it? Armband on Insigne, big home game. Insigne or POV. One of them. Just leave it there for now, maybe. So 2 lineups in, which leaves me a couple of options. I could either get an all-star rare plus team out, but I'd have to play a super rare goalkeeper in here and then go from there. Or I play Melia in here and then play some like a Brooks Lennon at home against New England. Play a Julian Gressel in here. Or Kawabi, he seems to do okay against like good teams. And then Pencil and Puig, but that seems like it's a waste. I think I've got to play the Champ America Rare Plus, haven't I? In here. Pencil comes in up top. Obviously Puig comes in as a midfielder. The only goalkeeper I've got in that case is Melia, which seems a waste. And then I've got 2 supers to put in, which would be Brooks Lennon, I'm assuming. And then that's what I'm left with. So Tolo away from where is he away at? Philadelphia. Gressel at home. But is he gonna play? Or is he going to be rotated? Because he's played all games this year, right? And then Lovett's for LA Galaxy, but I ain't going to play Lovett's in that lineup. So it probably has to be Gressel. And if you hear that, if I hear that he's not going to be playing, do I just put Tolu in there? Tolu, Nuhu. Thoughts? Is that the right? Is this the right competition to be putting those guys in? I mean, Melia's shit there, isn't he, against that AFC? He could get some decent AA though. Wouldn't put Nuhu Seattle defense without Fryer and Joe Paulo away to Philly. Yeah, that's true, Daniel. But well, yeah, I mean, he's not going to be my first option. Gressel's probably first option, even though that he's not fantastic. But yeah, Tolu is absolute dog shit away as well. Let me just check if see if no. It's probably Gressel then, isn't it? It pretty much has to be. Pretty much has to be with Pooj as captain. I mean, I do like Brooks Lennon, you know. I do like that fixture as well for him. So if I got a Guzan in, that would make that lineup a little bit better. Gressel is still a doubt whether he's going to play though. But if I brought a Guzan in, I've got a nice little defensive stack there. Is it mad that I'm thinking about bringing a Brad Guzan in? That's a nice team. What, with Melia? Or replacing with Guzan? Fucking Guzan. How much was Sean Johnson? So he was basically 55 quid. What was Sean Johnson? Triple the price. Don't touch Guzan. Why? Why not? Look at him. Fucking specimen. Beautiful man. Pay the extra for someone else. Where am I? Over here. Yeah, but who? Who do we get in? And bearing in mind that I've actually got to upload cash to fucking do this as well, which is annoying. Because I haven't got anybody that I can trade or... Because I need to sell them... I need to sell some super rares. I need to sell some super rares badly. Like, I don't need him. Joe Newell he's such a good super rare, honestly. I wish that he would have stayed in challenges. He's so consistent and he takes their sets. If I could get, 1.3 for him, 1.2 even, he'd be gone. But he's just consistent and capable of the odd spike again for a super rare. But maybe that I'm just thinking of old prices. Anyone fancy him? Anyone want to buy him off me? Make it a little bit more interesting. Kevin Rodriguez, obviously, he's fucked off. So is Belhanda. Niang, the one-off for him. He was on fire when he come in. But he scored 3 times off the bench and can't even get in as the first team. How mad's that? Guzan is a great young... Oh, I've got a fucking love heart covering that. What's it? Product. Yeah. Then we've got Lennon and Lovett's in there. Gressel. Tolu. I want to sell this guy as well. I want to sell him. If I could sell... You know what? I wonder what... He's probably going to offer me nothing for this, right? But I might as well just check this. Basil's accepts super rares, doesn't he? All right, let's see what you say. So if I sent you Machida's on sale as well, that's another good super rare. If I sent you them, all 5. What do you do? What do you do? Obviously, it's going to be terrible, but I'm just curious. Shit. Bear with me. It's on my phone because I'm using my phone as the camera. Just pause that. Bear with, boys. Whack that over there a minute. So, what are we? drag that back over. Right, let's send. All right, let's work that back up. Is that going to work? Or is that just absolutely messed everything up? Well, this is going well, isn't it? Brilliant. Brilliant. Broke the camera. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Sake. Maybe I can switch cameras to just my oh, what a transition. Yeah, this is brilliant, isn't it? Thank you. Let's put another, what is it? Media source or some shit? No, it's not. Camera. Video capture. Video capture free. Let's just put webcam. The cam of web. The cam of web. Right, let me this is interesting viewing, isn't it? Isn't it? Now it's testing my on the fly. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do for now. I'll take my camera. I'll take my phone. Oh no, is that just come back? No. Oh. Anyway, you see me all right? Yeah? Sweet. What's he come back with? .06, which is, to be fair, is 200 quid, you know. To be fair, it is 200 quid for Machida. I was hoping to get more than fucking hell for a starting goalkeeper as well. That is mad, isn't it? I mean, thanks, but no thanks at the same time. Yeah, anyone fancy those players? Anyone fancy a Joe Newell? Anyone fancy a Patrick Drewers? Anyone fancy a Machida? No? No? Sweet. Thanks. Thanks for coming. Right, lineup builder. Right, let's just save this then. I think that's probably the best thing. The only thing that I could probably do different in here is putting Nuhu in. Need Rafa to assist A Silva. What tonight, Jack? What is the score, mate? Yeah, the only thing I can do is put Nuhu in if I know that Gressel ain't going to play, or risk it with Kyle Wagner in there and play only one super rare. But I think that is what it is, right? The next question. So I read the announcement again. All Star will only distribute cash to the podium during the transition phase. I get why they have to do it, but it's a bit sad. Yeah, it is a bit sad. You know, that's why I've kind of prioritized All Star as well to get a little bit of cash in there, finishing what, the top 60 or something. Still 2-1, 2 Rangers. Fair enough. Fair enough. I wasn't expecting that at all. What I could do in here is either play the Cap 240 Super Rare, which would be... Where am I going? In here. Which would be Druas. And now my pro is Champ Classic. Good luck, sir. Good luck. Which would be Druas, which would then be... I mean, he's playing against second, so it's probably not going to be Young in there. Nuhu's probably going to be shit. So Machida would come in there. And then you got Kawabi, which could be all right. Yeah, it's an A for him. Up top was going to have to be him because he's not playing. And I've got 47 left. So I can't, so it'd have to be Lovitz. So I could do that. Right, let's just save that for now. And then I've got them three sitting there. And then have I still got a goalkeeper to use? I haven't, have I? So who does that leave me with? Let's just put an academy team together. So that would leave me with any decent players. Wagner, Di Maria, no forward, and Proper, because he's suspended. And Proper. Just save that. So that is what it looks like. What we changing? What we changing? Anything? Or I could play an all-star rare comp and then put Drewers in goal with Kai Wagner, Di Maria, and Proper. Oh no, I need a super rare forward, which would be Baston. So it could be Drewers, Wagner, Di Maria, Proper, and Baston. And then it's just hoping, but you're probably not going to get anything with them. I mean, it's just three big hitters, isn't it? With Kai Wagner and Di Maria and probably Proper at home as well, that you're expecting some decent things for. But then am I weakening the chance of hitting, a little bit of threshold? Am I going to do that with that team? I don't know. Champ American Rare looks okay. I mean, I could swap Ricky Puig, Pencil, and Melia with Jurors, Lennon, Puig, Pencil, Maria or Proper. What, an all-star rare plus? But that means what happens to Champion America Rare plus? America players in Cap 240, at least it's something. Yeah, what I was going to say was swapping Puig, Pencil with Osario and Insigne and Melia and Willis so that my America Rare just looks a bit stronger if that's more of a priority for me than the Rare Plus. That'd be Melia even, POV, Puig, Pencil, and then Alba. But is Alba even going to fucking play? I don't know. I'm a bit lost. Someone explained to me the league-specific competitions here, and I thought that there are only cash rewards for league-specific tournaments. Yeah, that's what I thought. No, I don't know. I mean, I'm not totally against this, but leaving Di Maria out there worries me. Kai Wagner, if he plays, always does all right and proper. I don't like my forwards. My goalkeepers this week. I could take Rafa out of there, put in. Yeah, but then I'm weakening that lineup, aren't I? I was going to say take Rafa out of there, put in Wagner, and then play Rafa, Di Maria, Lennon, Drewers, Proper, and then put Tolu in here and just see. And then swap Puig. Oh, fuck knows. I don't know. How does this compare with what Sorare Data would say? My lineup builder. So let's do it in the same priority which I just done, right? So alright, so basically the same, but POV over rather than Brennan. Right? So let's just save that. Then what did I go with next? Champion America Rare. So that's what they chose there. I think that's weird. I'd probably go Puig in here. Or if they think he's a double A, I'm assuming Insigne comes in there. And he comes in there. What did he do? Complete the lineup. Yeah, that's just weird, isn't it? So it's one or the other. Let's just go with that. Save that. And then I went Champion America Rare Plus. Basically what I had. All right. And then I went the Champion, what is it? The Super Rare 240. Not unique, mate. Ain't got a fucking budget for that, have you? And then the exact same for that. So that still left me with that still left me with Di Maria, Brennan and Proper. So really it is similar, isn't it? It is very, very similar. I mean, Rare Plus is exactly the same. They've just got Wagner in there where I had POV. Wagner was down here. And Brennett was in there. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I'll have a check tonight as to see how people get on. See if anyone miraculously comes in with any bids for any of these super rares that I've got up for now. And then I'll check just before game week. If not, I'll just go with it. This game result, sorry, this match is really intriguing, you know. I didn't see that from mile off. I'm glad that Carlos Hill didn't play now. Yeah, I'm glad that he didn't play. Pause. Let's just disconnect that. Yeah, guys. Anyway, I might leave it there, to be honest. Let's see how we get on overnight with Nashville and Inter Miami. Appreciate everyone joining. It's been fun for the last hour and a half or so. Have a good evening. Have a good game week. I'll probably come back with a video talking about that limited, a little bit of limited fun, and maybe by then I've kind of fixed or decided what I'm going to do with this team. Depending if I record a video tomorrow, because I'm back at work tomorrow, so don't know if I'm going to have a chance to. But leaving Di Maria out there, that really worries me. To be honest, but yeah, thanks guys for joining. Have a good evening, and I will speak to you all soon, I'm sure. Take care.